Welcome back to Olivia's Bedtime Stories. Today we're reading Scaredy Cat Splat for cover, back cover, spine. And this is the hardcover. Oh, my pillow keeps falling. Mom cried Splat. There's a scary spider on my jack-o'-lantern. His small and hairy with really funny eyes. Splat's voice wobbled with worry. But you're small and hairy with really funny eyes, said his mom. Splat thought for a moment, but I haven't got 8 legs, he replied. If you had, maybe you would be as scary to teach his mom. Splat made a scary spider face. Splat's mom caught the spider under the glass jar. Splat looked closely at the spider. It didn't look so scary now that it was trapped. I can take the spider to school for Halloween, asked Splat. We've made a jack-o'-lanterns and everyone's dressing up for their costume. And Mrs. Wimpy Dimple is gonna tell a ghost story, and there's a prize for the scared cat. And I want to be the scariest cat, so please can I take a spider to school, please, he asked, without taking a breath. Okay, said his mom. Where's your Halloween costume, asked his mom. Splat pulled a broom from the closet and sat astraight it. Ah, look at me, I'm a scary witch cat, cried Splat, racing around the kitchen. You seriously are scary, said his mom. Then disaster struck. Splat tripped over his tail. Crap. The broom handle to snap into his scary witch cat costume was ruined. Now I've got nothing to wear. Splat growled. Even Seymour couldn't console him. Splat mom had an idea. She stuffed some old soft, scrunched up newspaper and tied them to Splat. There, she said. Splat looked in the mirror and jumped back a seal. Oh, I scared myself, he said. He looked again, and this time he smiled. Look at me, he cried, waving his sock legs. I'm a big, scary sock spider. Splat placed his jack-o'-lantern and spiders on his wagon, set off to school. On the way, he met Spike dressed as a mummy and Plank dressed as a skeleton. They're pretty scary, said Splat. Seymour nodded and trembled a little bit. But I'm scarier, said Splat. Splat made his scare spider face and growled. Spike and Plant didn't even blink. Instead, boo, cried Spike. Boo, cried Plank. Splat yelped and jumped high in the air and landed in a heap. Aw, Splat sighed. Spike and Plant are both scarier than me. Seymour nodded with a tremble and a little bit more. I will never win the prize, scariest cat, asked Splat. The sock spider and the skeleton and the mummy continued their way to school. In the class, everyone showed their jack-o'-lanterns. Splat's jack-o'-lantern made everyone laugh. Aw, Splat sighed. I'll never win the prize for the scary cat. Seymour looked at his head. Everyone placed flashlights in their jack-o'-lanterns, and Mrs. Wimpy Dimple turned down the lights and whispered in her best ghost story voice. In the dark, dark wood, there's a dark, dark house. The dark, dark house, there's a dark, dark room. In the dark, dark room, there's a dark, dark box. And in the dark, dark box, there's a ghost. Miss Wimpy Dimple cried. The class jumped with affright. Splat was so startled, his tail whipped around and set his jack-o'-lantern spinning through the air. And what goes up must come down. Unable to see anything, Splat stumbled around the classroom. Woo! Everyone striked up as the pumpkin head glared at them. made strange wooing noise. Mrs. Wimpy Dimple turned on the light, lifted the wood-jarred jack-o'-lantern, and shrieking turned into a laughter as Splat fell out. Calm down, hushed Mrs. Wimpy Dimple. Now, class, who should win the prize for being the scariest cat? Splat, they all cheered. That's it for today's video, so bye.